Hey guys, it's Rose Quartz 26 here, and here we have my friend April. Say hi.
Hi.
And today we'll be reacting to top 10 My Little Pony creepypastas. But we have to turn off the lights and then react to it. So let's get started, shall we? How's the wrong one? Okay, let's go. You ready?
I know. We could tell scary stories like we did last. Since Spike is visiting Canterlot for a few days, he's not here to get too scared. So we can make them as scary as we want.
The highly requested list is finally here. Who needs sleep anyways? You got WatchBunny.com, and we're counting down our picks for the top 10 My Little Pony creepypastas and grimdark stories. For this list, we're looking at the fanfics that are dark enough to send shivers down your spine. We're also putting in consideration how big they are in the fandom, and not focusing on stories that just thrive on blood and killing characters. And to make it fair, we're excluding the real-life category and headcanons, as those are for a different list. But for an active disclaimer, the stories mentioned in this video contain mature content, language, sexual themes, blood, and scary elements. If you are a young or sensitive viewer, you may now look away, or forever be scarred for life. That applies to the stories mentioned as well. Viewer discretion is advised. Number 10, Sweet Apple Massacre. Words can't even describe how wrong this story is. It's wrong, hated, and stomach-churning. But despite how awful it is, it's one of the most popular stories in the fandom. Pony Fiction Archive forum member DeMagix claims to be the author of Sweet Apple Massacre, a gore fic with elements of rape and body disembowelment. It stars Big Macintosh going into a secret chamber that has 3 fillies, Applebloom, Scootaloo, and Sweetie Belle, bound and gagged. Big Mac tells it as a way to get revenge for their efforts of getting their cutie marks disturbing his peace and quiet. With the Cutie Mark Crusaders as the victims in this story, it becomes known as one of the most challenging stories to read, especially out loud.
Big Macintosh forced open Applebloom's mouth, and with some effort, cut out her tongue. Applebloom tried to scream, but her mouth was too full of blood.
Number 9, The Experiments of Twilight Sparkle. Another story full of blood and guts. The Experiments of Twilight Sparkle was inspired by the style of cupcakes, making it the Twilight version. But instead of a single victim, Twilight performs a series of brutal and fatal experiments on all 5 of her friends. She asked them politely to help her out with an experiment, and being the good friends that they are, they go down to help her. Next thing they knew, they were strapped down, dissecting style, ready to be cut open for a look that goes too much beneath the skin. When her friends ask her about her motive, Twilight simply responds with sanity. She is completely sane and doing this for her studies, oddly enough.
Wonderful!
Number 8, Rocket to Insanity. This was an alternate ending to the famous cupcakes, with the whole thing being a dream that Rainbow had.
No! Stop!
Screams echoed through the cloud palace of Rainbow Dash's home. The filly startled awake in a cold sweat, terror surging through her veins.
As Rainbow woke up from her nightmare, she tries to go on with her life, but a little voice in her head is telling her that Pinky's gonna kill her. Eventually she meets up with Pinky, and Pinky offers her a cupcake just like in the beginning of her dream. Out of fear for her nightmare becoming a reality, she kills Pinky before Pinky could kill her, showing who the real crazy one is. After all, was Pinky planning to kill Rainbow in the first place?
Dash, you silly filly. You got me good with that one. Never would have turned down an opportunity to prank, huh?
Number 7, A Haunting. A classic story written before Alicorn Twilight. This story takes place in the Golden Oaks Library, at a party where Sakura also comes in. But little do they know that that party has caused an ancient evil to awaken and turn Twilight's life into a living nightmare. Possessing Twilight's Smarty Pants doll, causing sudden changes and missing objects make Twilight go insane and eventually possess. Soon she becomes trapped in her own house, and it was up to Rainbow Dash, Rarity, and Applejack to save her, nearly getting killed in the process. Soon an old man and Sakura come to abolish the evil, but they soon realize it was with them all along. Number 6. Little Miss Rarity.
Oh look, there's Twilight.
The grim tale of Rarity and her sanity as more and more things become surreal with her and a certain video camera. It started off with Rarity working, but then Opal scratches her, but she likes it. Soon she video logs about her pleasure, about inflicting pain to herself, documenting her slow descent into the world of masochism. She goes further as to include Sweetie in her twisted form of pleasure, and even took the life of her cat Opal and turned her into a living Pinkamena doll. But one day she wakes up to see the camera following her, and her once thought harmless hobby turns into a cry for help. Number 5, a puppet to her fame.
It is only by my grace you live. The only thing I despise more than you is admitting my father was right. I will not give him the satisfaction of being right about my wife.
Octavia is an elite cellist and a noble with royal parents. What ponies don't know is that her childhood consists of beatings, abuse from her parents, and dark magic. Truly dark for its nature, listeners are warned about the elements like child abuse, discrimination, torture, and language. Octavia was forced to play the cello for all her life until she met Lyra, Bonbon, and Vinyl, which she falls in love with. But unknown to everyone else, Octavia is cursed, with music in her mind, along with these mysterious hooks that control her life. As for the victims in this story, well, I won't tell. Number 4, something sweet to bite. Ever wondered the strange tradition of offering Nightmare Night candy to Nightmare Moon on Nightmare Night? Well, here is the tragic legend why.
The newcomer was covered in candy from her head to her hooves. Every last part of her had a shimmering, shining wrapper or a sparkly sugar coating. Even her mane and tail looked like they were made from red and black licorice.
The Candy Mare was a mad scientist of a candy maker. Successful in his shop, kidnaps children and kills their parents, conducting experiments for his kids' subjects to taste. The children themselves often die of lack of actual food. One little girl, however, couldn't, and goes into a killing spree with a taste of flesh. Eating the scientist and becoming part candy, she becomes loose in Ponyville. The citizens of Ponyville can't do anything but witness the carnage.
I don't know, cause I think
Number 3, the cough.
Two touched each other and
Who
then
was
they became the big monster.
Silence reigned.
Who?
An apocalyptic future and a deadly virus inhabits Ponyville and all of Equestria that leads anyone to be sick to be killed on the spot in order to prevent the spread. The main 6 start off in a pitch-black room. No windows, no power. It's the only secure area in Equestria. Then they hear a cough. They go around asking who was the one that coughed, because whoever did had to die in order to prevent it from spreading and killing everyone else. But soon Fluttershy steps up, admitting as the one who coughed, and had Rainbow Dash be the one to give her a quick death as painless as possible. But the real tragedy is that after the deed was done, they discovered Fluttershy wasn't the one that coughed.
Who was?
Number 2, The Rainbow Factory. When you have a story so good it has a song tributed to it, you know it's a good one. The story goes about Scootaloo, a few years older and learned how to fly. She's at the point of schooling where she has to take the mandatory flight test. What no one knew until it was too late was that if you fail your flying test, you are taken to the Rainbow Factory. Then she discovers a machine that extracts the colors from ponies that are used in the rainbows, but shreds and grinds the ponies in the process. What makes this even more grim is that Rainbow Dash is the one in charge of the facility, breaking Scootaloo's heart and fueling Rainbow Dash's rage, knowing she has to be the one to kill Scootaloo herself. Before we announce our obvious number one pick, let's take a look at a few creepy honorable mentions.
Pinky informed her.
You take a nap.
Number 1, Cupcakes. Was there ever any doubt? This was a story that practically ignited the creepypasta movement in the fandom. And you can't deny that this is quite possibly the most famous grimdark story about My Little Pony ever known. The story featured an alternate version of Pinkie Pie known as Pinkamena. She has her signature cutie mark dress made along with unicorn horns and various Pegasus wings. She goes along the process with Rainbow Dash being her victim and soon having an apprentice beg her. Well, do you agree with our list? Which grimdark story made you see images for days? Let us know in the comment section below. And don't forget to vote and contribute on WatchPony.com. Thank you for watching, and you may now look away. Sweet dreams.
Alright. If you got scared, leave it. If you get scared of watching these videos, leave a comment below. Anyway, if you heard this video or heard a sound that we were reacting to, leave a comment below. Anyway, if you like this video, leave a comment, leave a like, and subscribe for more videos. We'll see you guys next video. See ya. Bye.